Alright, good morning from Portland, Maine, in the finish of leg 2 of the Atlantic Cup. We've got hull number 145 Eärendil, skippered by Catherine Poir and the Italian Pietro Lucani, just behind us. They're probably about 250 metres to our stern, about to cross the finish line here in Portland, Maine. It's been a pretty brutal leg since starting a fairly light wind leg from New York. As soon as they got around Sandy Hook, it was upwind in probably 20 to 30 knots of breeze, and the sea conditions have just been brutal. We've seen 2 teams retire from this leg. Esprit Scoot retire from engine problems, and we've seen First Light hull number 37 retire from delaminated sails and issues that they've had. But probably in about 10 to 15 seconds, what we're going to see is Eärendil, hull number 145, finish here in Portland, Maine, taking their second win of the Atlantic Cup. It's probably 3:30 here in the morning, so for you Europeans, good morning. For you Americans, go back to bed. That's where we wish we were. It's been phenomenal since the time that these guys rounded Point Alpha, which is a virtual mark that we placed off the Nantucket shoals to keep the boats away from the shallow waters that are around Nantucket. These guys have put the turbochargers on. They've had 2 knots of boat speed on everybody else, pretty much like this boat has done for the last really the first leg included. These Mach 43s are really pretty impressive. So probably in about 5 seconds we're going to be sounding the horn, we're going to be sending out some fireworks, and we're going to be welcoming Pietro, we're going to be welcoming Catherine into Portland, Maine. And no lobster spots in tow, which is always pretty impressive. So here we go in about 4 or 5 seconds. There we go, so we've got it, the winners of leg 2 of the Atlantic Cup, Catherine Poir and Pietro Lucani, the sailors of 145 Eärendil. An absolutely amazing race. They went offshore for the start of leg 2, they punched out, they tried to avoid but what was really fairly brutal conditions, short sharp waves, fairly brutal conditions on the nose, and what they've done is they've been able to scoot around everybody else. They've got around Nantucket shoals, so they've been able to get past Dragon, a relatively good upwind boat. We're setting a couple of fireworks up now. I hope they're not going to get us. It's great to see them here. It's great to see them in Portland, and what a finish. The guys should be really, really proud. It's been a phenomenal leg, and it's the second win of the second leg here in Portland, Maine. So this for Pietro and this for Catherine will be a phenomenal finish. The way they sailed in the first leg, the way they sailed in the second leg, really the Atlantic Cup now in 2018 is theirs to lose. They've got the inshore series coming up on Friday, on Saturday. It's been a bloody long day. On Saturday and Sunday they'll be racing out in Casco Bay. They'll be bringing 4 people on board as opposed to the 2 people they've got on board now, totaling a crew of 6. They'll be racing inshore, and you can check out everything on www.atlanticcup.org. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and say a quick hello. We're going to get them into the dock, we're going to give them some beer, some pretty well bloody deserved beer, say hello to them and we'll interview them there. But Eärendil, 145, winners of leg 2 of the Atlantic Cup.